Ski you! What they do, y'all boy? It's your boy BlessedBoyG with the BlessedBoyB, man. Blessed Boy clothing is basically like the art of being blessed in a fashion form. It's basically like when you wake up every day in the morning, most people want to know how they're feeling for the day. So basically, like I feel good. If I feel good, I'm probably more than likely feeling blessed. So it's kind of like my way of understanding who I am at all times. Basically, understanding that I'm blessed at all times. Why I started this brand is basically like growing up, like I always said, like I was a salesman. I always wanted to like try to get the next dollar. Always chasing money, like. I always wanted the extra thing. Like, you know, you try to ask your people for something, they can't really get you the type of things you want. They get you what you need. So it's kind of like, as a man out here, you figure out how to get what you want by yourself. And there's a lot of choices you could choose. It's very straightforward. You got this way, that way, or that way. So in my eyes, I always wanted to be like a business owner. Like I always thought like being a business owner was like the best thing you could possibly do out here. Cause you know, you just own. You don't have to work for somebody else. You could actually work for yourself. And that comes with a lot of benefits and a lot of like cons at the same time, pros and cons with everything. But it's like starting this brand like really opened my eyes to understand that you could be a positive influence in your community just by doing something so simple versus being a negative influence in your community by doing something so simple in the same way. So a lot of things I had to say about starting this brand. I'm thankful for my brother. My brother showed me how to print these heat presses on the shirts. He showed me a little bit about the clothing brand business, a little bit just making t-shirts, and I love him for that because he took me away from a lot of like negative thoughts. Like when you have these thoughts in your head where you're just thinking all day, this is a very positive thing to do. Try to make shirts and sell them to the community to get an extra dollar. And then, like I said, like you don't know where you're going you don't know where you're going when you start until you get there. And then once you kind of start a little bit, say like I started off at t-shirts, then I moved over to hoodies. The hoodies really changed the dynamic for the brand a lot because when I had the hoodies, they sold out in 6 days, actually, matter of fact. And I realized, I was like, damn, hold on. This is something I could really do because like, you know, you attain a certain revenue in 6 days that a job can't give you or somebody else hustling can't really hand to you. And you realize all you gotta do is just grind harder at it. And like, there's inspirations locally around that I see all the time that I always salute them when I see them because like it's so possible to do what you want to do out here in this world. So it's like when I first started the brand, I realized you could literally do anything you want to do, literally. And it's about choices. So like if you in a position right now where you're making certain choices that you know you wouldn't be so proud of, it's your choice to try to make a different decision because it's like life's about choices, and I learned that with this brand because like you could wake up one day feeling like a demon, or you could wake up one day feeling like you're blessed. Regardless of the fact, it's a choice. You get me? Man, I'll tell you, man, this journey, it's not for the weak, and it's very like it's a process, man. I'll just tell you, day for day, it's a process. You gotta really believe in yourself. Like when I say believe in yourself to the fullest, you gotta wake up every morning and know who you are. Like I wake up every morning, I know I'm blessed. You get me? But as far as the journey, you're gonna meet two different types of people on this journey. People who want you to win, and people who don't want you to win. And it's like coming across people, you don't really know too much about them until you really get to know them and until they really get to know you. So as far as like this journey, man, I'm an entrepreneur, man. I done worked jobs, trying to expand my brand. I done hustled. I done did everything almost to try to get my message out there. Cause realistically, like this is now my way of life, how I feel like just approaching people. I don't feel like approaching people any other way besides this. So it's like as far as this journey, it's come with a lot of like heartache, you know. Once you're a business owner, you put your heart into it. Most business owners I know, they got their whole heart in there. They damn near think about their business more than they think about anything else in their life. And that's how it should be. You know, you gotta balance it sometimes, but with this journey, I'll say I learned a lot, man. You know, you definitely gotta pay attention. You gotta listen. You gotta be willing to learn. You gotta be coachable. What else, man? You gotta be yourself too. Just always be yourself, like first and foremost. And then obviously, like, you know, keep God first, and then after that, you'll just be straight. Everything will fall into place somehow, some way. You'll just find a way to get there. And be proactive too. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You feel me? Don't follow the crowd. Like, wake up and know that you could be different than the person next to you. Because that was a struggle I had along the journey too. Like, I used to wake up in the morning thinking like I was stuck in this realm because of everybody around me was on the same thing. And I was trying to be on this. And like, I could tell you the same way I tell me. You could be the person to inspire your friend next to you to do something. Because sometimes it's hard just to think about what you want to do when everybody around you doing the same thing. So yeah, if you're in that position, you know, you can do it. Like, so how I got into music, I was really just trying to tell a story about what I was going through to tell you how the beat even came to me in the first place. Like, it was nothing else different than that. Like, I was an athlete growing up. Like, I always played sports my whole entire life. Like, that was the only way I knew how to express myself besides, like, that's the only way most people, you know what I'm saying, if they play sports, that's how they express themselves on the field or on the court. So it's like, I remember my senior year of high school, I took this creative writing class, and it was like a poetry type of class where it was like, I was able to express myself in a different way. And me being me, I was in the poetry class just literally like rapping like on paper, like talking about something extra just to go and get an A for the class. But I found a joy in it, basically. So like, I had this little story I could have told basically on how the beat even arise. And I started telling it. And then once I started doing that, people started listening. They kind of like caught on to some people like, oh, this is why you're blessed. Or this is why you're blessed. So I was like, nah, man, I'm blessed for one reason only, because of God. But the music kind of helped me like express myself better, so that way I can get through things I'm going through and be able to, you feel me, share it with you guys and whoever's listening. And then how I mix with the clothing is like, I used to go to the club with just a long sleeve BlessedBoy tee and literally just being me. And like I said, I'm a regular kid from Broward. Like anything you think of a regular kid from Broward, like I'm probably the same thing. So it's like, I'm definitely the same thing. It's just, I try to change that a little bit because, like I said, I wanted to be globally known as blessed. So that's just the choices I made. Like you said, you all got choices out here. It just depends on how you choose. I've been in business since about 2017, like officially 2018. Some of my notable milestones I've had really was really just coming across some legends of South Florida and just being able to represent myself as my brand. Because realistically, like, with entrepreneurship, it's an up and down battle. Like, you never know what you're gonna come across. Like, I remember days where I was in a room writing on a piece of paper, starting this business. Like, okay, let me start this business. How do I change my life? You send it to a graphic designer, you get it back, and then when you're in different positions where you could approach people and be like, hey, this is my brand. They could be like, yo, this is really like something special you got here. It kind of like changed your perspective on like life a little bit. Like, you can really do anything in this world, because like I said, like, this beat started off with paper dreams. Like, it wasn't even a real thing at first. It was kind of like, you know, put a t-shirt on, go to the club and do me. So as far as like milestones, like just really coming across a numerous amount of people. Like, I've met, I can't say too many names, but I just met so many people along this journey, and it's just a blessing just to be able to come across them from this brand I've owned, whether it be the brand I've owned or the steps I've taken, but regardless of the fact I had my B on me, so I was always representing. Man, you talking about struggles. Man, listen, I'll tell you guys, one of my biggest struggles, money management. Stack that paper up, man. Make sure you have it for a rainy day, because that rainy day is coming and it's gonna sweep you out your way. One of my major struggles I had was not making money. It was never making money. It was about how to keep the money and put it in the right place. Because that's a lot of people's problems out here, where they don't know where to put the money in the right place, but it comes with business. It comes with business. You got to know where to put the money in the right place to make the business grow in a certain aspect. Because at that point, you could be throwing money in the trash by accident, not knowing that you might need that money for later, for another position in your life. And then at that point, it's like, you know, it's a learning process. You only can really learn it when you spend it. Like, I tell people all the time, you gotta like You gotta fuck that money up to get it back. You gotta understand how to lose it to understand how to get it. Same way, but that's not always true. But for some people's case, it is. You definitely gotta learn how to like spend it and know where you're spending it to understand where you're not supposed to spend it. So it's like one of my biggest battles was money management, I'll say, and then like some of the lessons I've learned along this way was like, you know, if you have something, you chasing a dream and stuff like that, not everybody's gonna be on the same page as you. So you have to understand that you can't try to force your dream on somebody else. You can't, you could, but it could go bad. It could go like the negative way. Like you can't wake up every day try to make somebody else do something you're trying to do. And you can't make everybody believe. So as far as that, it's like, you gotta really just get up and wanna do this for yourself every day. You gotta wake up and be like, what I wanna do today, and do it. You gotta get up and go do it. Whether you need to separate from the people you love so much, or separate from the people that's not helping you so much, or separate from the people that's not so positive in your life, you really gotta figure out how you're gonna do that, because otherwise you'll never obtain what you wanna do. And that's just the real. And if they love you, if they really with you, they're not gonna let you just separate from them. They're gonna figure out ways to help you, whether it be you figure out ways to help them and they help you, or you figure out ways to help you and help them. Regardless of the fact, if they're for you, they're gonna be there. And that's one of the lessons I had to learn the hardest, because I thought everybody was for me, and like sadly that wasn't the case. And you just have to decipher between who and who's not. See this right here? This is an original BlessedBoy painting. I don't know if you see it right here, but this is like a representation of my chain that I wear every day. It's also engraved in my skin. It's basically like, it's like my peace symbol. Like, you know how people got this little, y'all girls be out there having them little like them little what them called little negativity beads, like whatever it is, like it's gonna break if some negativity comes around you or something like that. This is like the same thing. Like, this thing keeps me in a positive state of mind at all times. Like, all I think about is being blessed when I see it. So it's like when my mind is running and I feel like I'm stressing out everything, I sometimes just hold it sometimes just to understand, like, man, I'm blessed. I know it sounds kind of cliche, like everybody's blessed, but like, man, if you're a regular kid from Broward and you out here, you know, day for day, more than likely you feel blessed. If you're a regular kid from South Florida, if you're a regular kid from anywhere, for real, it's just more than likely you feel blessed. And I say, like I said, like, it's nothing but peace and tranquility for me. Type. Man, some of these sacrifices I had to make, man, was livelihood sacrifices, man. Like I said, like, man, I done played sports, I done been to school, I done like hustled and stuff like that. I done been in the streets and shit like that. But it's like, one thing I never did was like approach somebody else as something else than being me, as far as the kid with the B. So it's like, at a certain standpoint where it's like, somebody might not even know you for anything else from what you represent. So it's like, I walk in places sometimes, people are like, oh, that's the kid who made the beat. They don't know nothing else about me. So it's like, I feel like what I sacrifice is like kind of like my face or like my livelihood. Like, I go to places, I got this beat stamped on me for life. So it's like, I can't ever go somewhere and say I'm not blessed. So it's kind of like, I feel like I sacrificed everything for it almost, in a sense, because when I wake up, I feel exactly this. And when someone asks me how I'm feeling, I'll probably say exactly the same thing. I'm blessed. That's it. Nothing less. So I got music on the way. Forever Blessed, dropping soon. Other than that, I got more merch on the way. I got a lot of ideas for you guys. I could show you on my iPad, but not right now. But I got a lot of ideas for you guys. Other than that, man, it's been a trial and tribulations journey, for real. Like I said, I'm the CEO, the investor, the owner, the contactor for the manufacturer. I'm everything in total. But as far as that, like, I'm also me at the same time. So it's like, you know, this journey, it has its speed. Sometimes it slows up sometimes, but it's a keep going process, you feel me? So it's like, I know in my heart, like, this is what I want to do. I want to like spread out to the world that, you know, we're all blessed. And it's like, when you're blessed, you're not a winner or a loser. So you don't fall in those competitive categories, you fall in this category. Where it's like, you just wake up and you literally this. So it's like, as far as new things I got coming on, man, it's just anything with a B, that's me. Just know that. Man, so when people ask me what's next for BlessedBoy, shit, the blessed girl. Really. It's just more music, more merch on the way. That's all I can really say, for real. You know, it's a blessing to be here.
My brother couches making cheese, tryna wash up all these peas. Before my nephews hit the streets, used to shed a bed and sheets. Late nights mama told me stay, she know I'm still gonna leave. She just asked me what I'm doing, told her tryna find my movement. Ducking all the police cruising, niggas play they get a bruises. Know I'm safe, ma I ain't losing. You raised a champ, ma you the truest. Now these off-whites they the newest. My homies ballin'.